Morning, Botai, Erev Shabbat Shalom. Now that we find ourselves in Chodesh Elul, obviously the theme of Chodesh Elul is Chazara B'Teshuva. The Rambam, in his Hilchot Teshuva, writes that there are three primary components of Teshuva, without which, if a person's missing any of them, Teshuva is incomplete. Number one is Vidui. A person has to confess his sin before HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The language that Rambam uses, that a person has to say, Ana Hashem HaKadosh Baruch Hu, please, I sinned before you by doing such and such. Person has to actually verbalize the sin that he did against the Kadosh Baruch Hu. Hence, by the way, what we do every day, the vidui, we mention them in general. Ashamnu, bagadnu, those are generalizations. But when a person has actual tshuva to do, a person would have to specify the sin that he did against the Kadosh Baruch Hu. When the Bet HaMikdash stood, a person would have to be mitvadeh when he brought a korban chatat or asham, sin offerings. A person would have to confess on the korban. And if he didn't confess, the halacha is that the korban was invalid. It did not have the intended effect. So that is component number one. Component number two is charata. Person has to genuinely have remorse. Person has to regret having done the sin. Now that's not something you can verbalize. That's something that a person has to feel. If a person truly does not feel bad, does not feel remorse for what he did, once again, the teshuvah is incomplete. Number three, and most importantly, is Kabbalah al ha'atid, which means that a person has to make a commitment, a decision, never again to repeat the sin. Says the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and that's the language of the Rambam, Ad sheya'id alav yodea ta'alumot, until HaKadosh Baruch Hu himself attests about the honesty and the genuineness of this person, that he'll never again go back to this sin. Only then is the teshuvah complete, and then what happens is the Rambam says now we have to wait. Wait for what? For the next time a person is tempted, the next time a person is in a situation where a person can do the sin, if he stands firm and sticks to his convictions and does not repeat the sin as he promised to Kadosh Baruch Hu, then and only then is the teshuvah complete. If a person repeats the sin, the entire teshuvah comes off retroactively. The whole thing falls apart. That's why, by the way, we're choser b'teshuvah every day and then every year, because we have to keep doing teshuvah for the averot that we do, because unfortunately many people can't stick to their guns, but Kadosh Baruch Hu is still hopeful, so he still accepts us. That's with regards to that. Be'ezat Hashem, we'll continue with some more laws next week. Be'ezat Hashem, have a wonderful day and Shabbat Shalom.